Hello students, now in this video class we are going to discuss about 12th standard computer science chapter 6 control structures. Previous video class we discussed about the continuous statement, how the continuous statements can be implemented in Python programming language and how it can be executed, and what is the difference between break and continuous statement. Okay, now in this video class we are going to discuss about the pass statement. Why we need pass statement in Python programming language, what is the process is done by the pass statement. Okay, so first we see about the definition about pass statement. Pass statement in Python programming is a null statement. You know what is the meaning of null statement? Is nothing can do. Okay, so no operations can be performed, that is known as the null statement. Okay, so pass statement is also like a null statement, it does not do any process. So pass statement when executed by the interpreter, it is completely ignored. So this statement is completely ignored, that is it cannot do any process. So nothing happens when pass is executed, it result in no operations. Okay, so pass statement is just used as a placeholder. Okay, it just used as a placeholder. So pass statement can be used in if class as well as within loop constructor when you do not want any statements or commands within that block to be executed. Okay, so where you have to use the pass statement, you can use pass statement within the if class statement or the loop statements. Okay, when we need this pass statement, if you don't want to specify any statement block, then we just use a pass statement. So without a pass statement, if you are writing only the if statement or for statement, it shows an error. Okay, so the interpreter cannot be accepted to execute that type of empty loop statement. For that we just use a pass statement. Okay, so pass statement in Python is considered as the null statement, it does not do any process. So we use pass statement only the placeholder, it just occupy the space. In future we can add statement instead of using the pass statement. Okay, if we want at the time of developing a program, we are not having idea what are the statements you want to include inside of the for loop or if class. Okay, but in future you want to add some instruction code inside of this for loop or if class, then we can use it. Okay, so you just for that purpose we just specify the for loop and if class statement by using this pass statement. Okay, now you can see the note for a better understanding this pass statement. So pass statement is generally used as a placeholder. Why we need a pass statement? It generally used as a placeholder. It occupies the space, that's all. Okay, so when we have a loop or function that is to be implemented in the future and not now. Okay, so now you don't have any idea about writing this loop statements. Okay, but in future you want to add some statements inside of this for loop. We cannot develop such functions or loops with empty body. Okay, so we are not able to write a loop structure with empty body segment because the interpreter, what is meant by interpreter? Interpreter is a translator, it used to translate a source code into the object code. What is meant by source code? The code written in high level programming language is known as a source code. We discussed last class also two programs, no, break and continue program examples. That program coding is known as a source code. The source codes must be translated into the object code. Object code means binary code, mission code. Object codes only executed by the system. Okay, that type of translation conversion is done by the interpreter. Okay, in Python we are using interpreter, in C++ we are using the compiler. Okay, so what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler, it takes the whole program and translate into the object code. Interpreter can convert each and every line to the object code. Okay, so it translate line by line code into the object. Okay, so interpreter would raise an error. So when it shows an error, so when you are going to write your empty for loop or empty if class, it shows an error. So to avoid that one, we just use a pass statement. Pass statement is just used as a placeholder. Okay, so to avoid this, we can use pass statement to construct a a body that does nothing. Okay, so for this purpose only we are using the past statement. Now you can see the example program for this past statement for better understanding. Okay, so see the example. So see, in this example we are going to illustrate the use of past statement. Here a equal to int input enter any number. Okay, we already know in Python programming language which function is used to get value from the user, input function. Okay, so then why we need a int function also? Int function is used to convert a string data type into the integer data type. Okay, so the conversion can be take place by using the int function. Okay, is it clear? So input function is going to get value from the user. By default the values get by using input function, it's considered as a string data. So we convert this string data into the integer type by using this int function. Okay, so what is meant by integer data? The whole numbers are known as integer data. Okay, so now we are going to get this value for a equal to int input enter any number. Okay, so we give one number as a input and stored into a, and then check a condition. Okay, if a equal to 0. So how many alternative statements in Python programming language? We already studied, no? How many alternative statements are used? There are 3 alternative statements. That is simple if, and then if else, and then if elif. Okay, if elif statements. So here we are using the simple if statement. If a equal to 0. So when this condition is true, then it executes the for statement. Otherwise the control transfer to the else block and print the message non-zero values is accepted. Okay, if for example I am passing the input a equal to 5. Okay, now I am giving the value a equal to 5. So it check the condition. What is the condition is given? A equal to 0. So what is the value for a now? 5. So 5 equal to 0. What is the difference between single equal and double equal? Can you able to remember the operators used in Python? So single equal symbol is used as the assignment operator. Okay, so this equal symbol is known as the assignment operator, is used to assign the value. That is, the value 5 will be assigned to the variable a. And then the double equal symbol is used for comparison. Okay, so this is a relational operator, is used relational operator, or we can also say as a comparative operators. Okay, so this operators is used to compare the values, both the values are equal or not. Okay, here 5 equal to 0, the condition is false. So once the condition is false, the control automatically transfer to the else block. Okay, it print the value, that is print non-zero value is accepted. This message can be displayed. If for example I am giving the value for a is 0. Okay, so a equal to 0, then it check the condition 0 equal to 0. So the condition is true. Once the condition is true, which statement is executed? The true block can be executed. In true block, what is the statement is given? Past statement is given. So past statements means it does not do any process. Okay, so the control transferred without displaying any messages. Okay, now you can see the output. Okay, what is the command is used to go for output? We just click on this run module, or we can press the shortcut key F5. Okay, so now you can see the output. Enter any number. If for example I am giving the value as 5, see the output, non-zero value is accepted. Okay, so the condition is false, the else statement can be executed. The value of a is 5. Okay, the value of a is 5, condition is false, so it execute the else statement. So it print the message non-zero value is accepted. Okay, maybe if the value, again I will give the input as 0. Okay, now I am giving the input as 0. What is the output? Past statements means it nothing do, no. Now I will give the input as 0. So see the output. it when the value of a is 0 means 0 equal to 0, the condition is true. When the condition is true, the past statement can be executed. Okay, so past statement, it does not do any works, any operations, that's why it does not show any output on the screen. Okay, so now you can understand the use of past statement. Okay students, in the next class we discuss about the next chapter. Thank you students.